All right, let's get into the shout out and then we get into the Bible verse and then, of course, the main video. Now then, let's get into it. This is by Nabil Ahmed and it goes as follows. In other words, the floor is made out of floor. Uh, yeah, basically. This is, bro, I'm trying. This is from Philippians 3:17 and it goes as follows. Brethren, be followers together of me and mark them which walk so as ye have us for an example. Again, that's Philippians 3:17. Now let's get into the main video.
A few minutes later.
All right, so let's get into the reaction now. This is this is gonna be fun.
Mr. Beast just weighed in on which one he would delete out of the big four of anime in this question. This question says delete one anime forever, and it is the big four of anime. One Piece, Naruto, Bleach, and Dragon Ball Z. And then Mr. Beast said this. It's obviously Bleach. Because nobody likes Bleach. Nobody does. And clearly the king of YT himself also doesn't like Bleach. And some very prominent people agreed with him. I mean, insanely prominent. And nobody disagreed with him because...
Honestly, look, I'm gonna be real. Is this real? Like, I feel like I be seeing a lot of these people they like, and don't get me wrong, even if it's like a troll, I still want to dissect what it still means, because it's like, I don't know. Because like, you're gonna see what I mean. Like, his tone is like, okay, I feel like that's kind of crazy. Like, I feel like personally, okay, I feel like personally when it comes to Bleach, like, I feel like it's easy to remember. I don't think it's that hard. Like, personally, I feel like people still remember Bleach. This is really like an ongoing Bleach anime adaptation of freaking the 1,000-Year Blood War arc. So like, I'm kind of confused on what that means. If it wasn't so remembered, I don't think it would be getting a modern adaptation. I'm just very lost. Like, bro, it's crazy to me. Like, what does this take? Like, again, even if this was a troll, some people do be saying that Bleach really ain't all that, and that's why like this video is even here. It's like, what? That is kind of wild in my opinion. I'm not gonna lie, because it's like One Piece is like, for a lot of people, I can understand the appeal of One Piece, but I don't really rock with it. Like, it's not because I hate it. It's just like I just don't see the appeal. Like, I understand why other people like One Piece. It's so obvious to understand why. Like, it has its fans. Personally, the art style for me is like not the greatest. I feel like that should be an okay reason for that. It's not even just art style. Like, literally, it's just okay. Like, I like what they do, but nothing in One Piece really blows me out of the water as far as certain like character things and like archetypes or whatever. Like, it's fine. I understand the world. I watched a bit of One Piece. Like, I'm not oblivious to it. But if you really think I'm gonna sit here and say that like One Piece is like my favorite, no. And I feel like that's just what it's supposed to be for me personally. Y'all got y'all opinions, but I'm just giving y'all mine. And like, I still remember One Piece despite all of that, right? Like, I still think that, yeah, One Piece is always going to be something that I know exists out there, and I know why it exists out there and things like that. And it's the same for Naruto. I viewed like the big four, even though I've only heard of it being called the big three, with you know, just Bleach, One Piece, and Naruto. And Dragon Ball was like the godfather of anime for a lot of people. Like, that's why it's not included in the big three. I don't know where this big four came from, but like, what are we talking about? What the hell is the big four? Like, I don't hear people calling it the big four of anime to me. It's always been the big three, and Dragon Ball is in a whole different realm of its own. Maybe that's just, you know, my circles, but I ain't gonna lie, that's just how I view it. Now, back to the main point. That was a big ass tangent. I'm saying, like, Bleach is memorable, you know? Like, I don't get where this comes from. Like, I think Bleach is perfectly memorable. What is this conversation? Like, again, Bleach literally had a modern adaptation of the 1,000-Year Blood War arc. If it's not remembered, then why? Like, Dragon Ball Super wasn't just always going on after the end of Dragon Ball Z Kai or even Dragon Ball Z's original run. So like, I don't get where this comes from. Like, Dragon Ball Super came out 2015. Like, what are we talking about here? It's not like Dragon Ball was going on neck and neck with Dragon Ball Z. There was gaps in between each anime. These things have been going on for over 20 years. Like, duh. So it's like, I don't know. I just don't get the thought process. Like, personally, hating on Bleach is wild to me. But to me, Bleach has been like better than One Piece for me. Like the plot I care more about, the characters I care more about, the art style I care more about. Most things I like about anime is in Bleach. You know, even when it comes to aesthetics, which is a big part of it. And I feel like people act like that's not that big a deal. Like what you see things being presented to you as is okay. Like it's valid, you know what I mean? It's like it's literally how you see the world visually. I feel like that's okay to acknowledge, you know what I mean? I don't know, maybe I'm tweaking, you know. Maybe that's just something that I'm just like projecting out there. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, no, One Piece aesthetically just doesn't do it for me. And people say, oh, the art style gets better. No, it doesn't. The animation gets better. The art style stays exactly the same in Bleach. Yeah, this is just a quick little editor's note. Yeah, when I said that earlier about Bleach, yeah, I was referring to One Piece actually. I guess I was talking too fast, but yeah, that's what I meant when I said a certain art style pretty much doesn't change when it comes to what I was referencing. But yeah, anyway, peace. And I'm sick of people acting like it's like different now. Like Oda still draws like the character build the same way he's been drawing it. Like it's not exactly that crazy from how he first started drawing it. Like he just prettied it up, for lack of a better term. And when I say that, I mean like it's visually clean and it's not dirty. It doesn't look like he's still drawing like he did when he first started, drawing the manga. You know what I mean? And it's like people don't understand that part of it. It's like, yeah, duh. It's still the same. Like, I just made this I'm not trying to make this a One Piece video, but I'm just saying, like, that's why I don't get the conversation. You know what I mean? And it's just like, it's weird to me that people like act as though Bleach is just like lesser than for whatever reason. And like, if you want to say that One Piece has like a shit ton, I mean like a shit ton of filler, you could say that and you would have a. So yeah, yet again I goofed up. Yeah, what I meant to say was Bleach has like a lot of filler, because it does. Yeah, I don't know why I kept messing up my words in this video, but that's why we do editor's notes here. Anyway, back to the main video. Solid argument. That's fine, personally. But if you're gonna sit here and tell me that in your opinion that you think that Bleach is just not as good or as a certain thing, and it's just like there's certain aspects about One Piece that I just do not care for. Like the gears or whatever. Like it don't matter what gear we're talking about. Like I don't care for any of them. Like it's whatever. And again, I can see why other people do. I can see why people enjoy, a lot of One Piece's characters and transformations. That's fine. Like I get it, but for me, it's just not doing it. And comparing Bleach to just like overall like other animes, and then saying like, oh, it's not that cool, is crazy. Like I don't know. It's weird because again, there's a continuation. Like what's the issue? Like it's there. It's like what? There's relevancy in all of these anime on screen, even the ones I don't like. So I don't understand, and I'm very confused on the confusion, in my opinion. It just doesn't sit right with me. But yeah. Again, no hate to this creator, by the way, because I know someone gonna think I'm like hating on this guy or whatever. I'm not. Like personally, I enjoy this content. Like I've seen him on TikTok before. Like I think he even followed me on my old school account, like way back when on TikTok. Like it was crazy. Like I was actually, but surprisingly, believe it or not, I was more famous on like TikTok as far as views and overall like notoriety. I was known more in those streets, surprisingly, than I thought I would be. You know what I mean? It's just very odd. But aside from that, yeah.